Hey, what's up, you guys? We are back in the studio. We are coming at you with another podcast.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say the number because it doesn't matter.
Well, it's 15.
All right, welcome to episode 15.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, cute. Halfway to 30.
Oh my God. We are 30.
It's really crazy that we've been doing this for 15 weeks.
No, I agree. That's why every week I say it because I'm just like, how? Like, what? It's going by so fast, but also the whole year is going by so fast, so it makes sense. Like, we're literally almost at Christmas.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Like, this whole year?
I know.
Hello?
I'm waiting for it to get cold in California. Not cold, but like 70 every day. Like, that's my ideal temperature to live here and be happy.
Yeah.
It has been 90 plus degrees for the past 2 weeks, and I'm just over it. I'm done. And I understand that global warming probably has a lot to do with it, but I'm just at the part of my season where I need it to be fall fully.
Well, I'm hoping by like late October, hopefully it's going to be somewhat fall feeling.
Late September.
Well, it's almost late September.
When I come back from the East Coast, it feels like
fair enough.
The East Coast here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're going out of town this weekend.
We are, which I'm very excited. I persuaded Carly to come.
And now I'm just going.
It actually took no persuading.
Not at all.
I just said, hey, Ben is DJing Eve on night. And then
I was like, I have to go.
Already looking at flights.
Yeah. Ben, if you don't know, is a girl with no job on Instagram. It's her husband, boy with no job.
And we stand Ben so hard.
We do. He's so funny. And he made the alcohol thing spritz. It's like a carbonated wine vibe. And it's actually really good. They sent us a package and it was really... Noah and I drank them all one night. I mean, we only had 2 each and they're really small. So like it makes sense. But like, I wish I had more.
I know. I also just like love them as a couple. They're so funny.
I know.
I was talking about it with Brittany. Brittany's my friend yesterday. And she said that it was one episode where Jackie, I think, was away and they had Ben on and it was Ben and Claudia. But then Claudia was like, I'm vowing to never do an episode with Ben again because everyone was so mean and like said I was mean to him. But like, those episodes to me are the best.
Me too.
Because it's just
people
like
are just too sensitive.
Totally. And it's like those people have clearly never been in long-term relationships.
And they're like, oh my God, you guys are fighting on camera. Like what goes on behind closed doors?
Yeah, but it was just like funny. It wasn't even like real fighting. It's just funny and real. And I respect that and love that because their banter is hilarious.
I'd rather that than just two people who are just like agreeing the whole time.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ew.
And I heard that she said in a podcast recently that her and Ben were going to have a podcast together. But she was like, I cannot do it because of these comments.
Oh my God. I will
pay for a expensive Patreon to listen to that. I swear to God.
I feel like it's so relatable for people in relationships.
Totally. And it's just like funny. It's just like
100%.
Like if you are with somebody and you're truly best friends, like you're gonna bicker and it's not really gonna matter.
Totally.
If you're just like agreeing with everything, like where's the spice?
So obsessed with them.
I know. We talk about them every podcast.
Need to be.
I feel like I need to move the camera a little bit. It's really bothering me. I don't know if you guys can see if you're watching, but it looks like I have so much more room and Aaron doesn't have as much. So I want to move it. So I'm really sorry. I have to.
And if you can see it while you're listening, then I don't know. You have great eyes. Well, this episode is dedicated to Claudia and Ben's thriving relationship. We just
did an ad read for Spritz without getting an ad read. Use Claudia's code.
Use code TOAST.
Yeah.
To get 20% off your first
isn't that the
order.
Code?
Probably.
I think it is.
I think that's just like their code for everything.
Honestly, do yourself a favor. It's so yummy.
It's yummy.
But yeah,
so we're going to New York.
I'm so excited, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm starting to like New York more and more. I think once I stayed in Brooklyn, I was like, oh, this is really cute.
Well, now we're staying in the Big Apple.
Yeah, which is fine too. I like staying in the Big Apple too.
It's nice because we'll be in the East Village, and I guess I probably shouldn't give out that information since this will be whatever. It's fine. I mean, if you're gonna kill us, kill us.
I think it's gonna be pretty obvious where we are by our stories.
Totally. But yeah, and it's right next to the venue where Emo Night is, so it's like we don't even really have to go anywhere if we don't want to.
Yeah.
Which I'm here for because it's hard to adjust from West Coast to East Coast in like a matter of days.
Oh my God, it's so hard. And it sounds so dramatic, but like 3 hours makes such a difference. Like it's 10 p.m. here and it's 1 a.m. there. Like it's a different world. What are you laughing at?
Morgan.
What did he say?
He said, okay, I got the seat behind her so I can smell her hair and kick her seat the whole time.
Morgan, if you don't know, TJ's what is
business
it?
Partner.
Business partner.
Also, like,
who's also like one of our friends.
Yeah. It's like mine and Carly's relationship, but in boy form.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's in love with me, so he wants to smell my hair.
He had his chance.
He did have his chance years and years ago.
He's trying to win Carly back.
Ain't gonna happen. Sorry, kid. But he can have fun smelling my hair. Maybe I'll spray some extra stuff so he can get a good whiff and just miss me even more.
Yeah, just fart the whole time.
I will. But yeah, I'm actually really excited because last time we went to New York, I feel like it was fun, but it's also we were doing so many videos and like podcasting. It didn't feel like a vacation.
Yeah,
I feel like
work, baby, work.
It really was. Like that's why we went. Yeah. And this time it feels more like we're just going to have fun and like all of our videos. So I'm going and then I'm going to leave after the weekend and Aaron's staying for family and stuff like that for another week. And I'm so happy. Just like all of our videos are already done for that.
Totally.
And we're doing an extra podcast this week. So like, don't have to worry about that. I'm just like, okay, we can just hang out. We'll definitely vlog, but that's, no pressure or anything.
I know.
So
I feel like it's going to be so crazy for you when you come back because like everyone is gone. And like now I'm gone.
I know. I think Taylor said that David and them get back like the 20th or something. But I'm not positive. Who knows what's going to happen? So we'll see. Like, but I was actually going to bring this up because we usually like recap our weekends. I am becoming such a homebody. Like it's disturbing to me. Like I
live for it.
I don't want to be that way. I don't know why. I don't know. I am so content.
Why are you making like a negative stigma about staying home?
It's not a negative stigma. I totally respect it. And like you live your best life. I feel like every weekend you're just like at home basically. Like you'll do stuff, but like hanging out wise, you're not really like trying to like hang out.
No.
Whereas like normally I do. And like, I don't know. I think it's honestly, I mean, obviously because of the pandemic, I just got so used to being home and just embracing the homeness of it all and just not being like, I never reach out to hang out with anybody. Like it's bizarre. Normally I'd be texting anybody in town being like, let's do something.
You're morphing into me.
I literally am. And I'm like, I can't, but I am. So
it's just like nice. You just got to do like what your body and mind and spirit tell you. And if now this part of your life, it's like, just chill, then do it. And then I feel like, you'll get into that mode again when you're ready.
I know. It's so confusing though, because nothing in me wants to go out.
Yeah.
But when I see people out, I'm like, oh, I wish I was there.
That's because you have a good case of FOMO.
Always.
Like you're a FOMO gal. And I think that's why I thrive being at home because I don't have FOMO.
I know. I wish I didn't.
Sometimes I do. But then other times I'm like, would I really be enjoying myself if I were there?
I know.
Like you have to really think about it because it's nice that like our job allows us to just hang out with our friends all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like on the weekends, I don't really feel like I'm missing anything. Because I'm like, well, I'm going to see them in a day anyway.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. Before the pandemic, I mean, I would go out all the time and half the time I'd have fun and the other half I wouldn't. So it's really just a toss up.
Totally.
I mean, like I hate going to clubs, but there'd be like one time in a month that it was actually really fun. You know what I mean? So
no, I get it.
And then I'm also like, does everyone forget about me? Like I'm just at home.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I think that's why I get FOMOs because I'm like, it's just funny because I get FOMO, but then if I'm somewhere and one of our friends isn't there, I'm like, oh, they're not even missing anything.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean if I'm not there?
Yeah. Well, I know you're not having FOMO.
I'll always be like, how was your night? She's like, I'm so tired. I had to go to fucking Saddle Ranch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I had the best night's sleep of my life.
Yeah.
I think it just comes in like waves.
Yeah, maybe.
And right now you're just in a wave where you're like, I just want to be home and like enjoy my time, like having me time.
Yeah. And I just got so used to I got so used to just being in bed at like literally 8, not going to bed, but just like watching stuff for hours. Yeah. And it's just, I'm so used to it. And now if I'm out, like hanging out with anyone after that, I'm like, oh, I won't be able to do that tonight.
I could be in bed
watching
my giant television.
I know. All the 90 Day Fiancés.
Did you watch anything this weekend?
I watched no TV really, but I watched a documentary called Haunters. I've seen it before.
Oh, I saw you posting that on your story, like recommendations.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's been a couple years, so like I didn't really remember what happened in it. I don't know. I feel like you'd maybe think it was interesting. It's just like bizarre. It's basically a documentary about the haunt community, which I didn't know was I mean, obviously I knew. Haunt Lamode. Yeah, but I didn't know it was like, I don't know. I'm just ignorant about
hauntings.
The haunt community, I guess.
What is the haunt community?
So it basically features.
You were saying you're ignorant about it. I'm like, wait, so what even is
No, I know. It's just funny because it's like obviously Halloween comes around every year and there's so many people who like run these events and but they're all a part of this haunt community. So it basically features, I think, 3 or 4 specific people. And like one of them is a guy who uses his parents' house to have he like makes a haunted house outside their house every Halloween. And his wife is like it's so funny. It's so passive aggressive because she like hates it. And to her, it's like his mistress. It's like from September until the end of October.
It's going to be like me and TJ with his fucking skeleton.
Totally. He dresses it as a bride.
Yeah. He's already got costumes for it.
Yeah. So it's that
he brings
story.
it to our wedding. Oh my God.
It's at the altar.
It literally would be me after my FODMAP diet.
Literally. Which we'll also get to, I'm sure. I don't know. It's just a bunch of like families and people who create their own haunted houses every year that are kind of popular where they live.
Got it.
And it's just like what goes on behind the scenes. It's just really interesting. Somebody DM'd me and was like, she was like, she didn't like it because they don't treat women very well in that community. So I'm definitely not advocating for them. And I don't really completely understand.
I need to watch this.
Yeah. I mean,
it's all very bizarre to me.
It is. And that's why I like it, because I'm just like, huh?
There's a haunt community.
Yeah. And they go over McCamey Manor, which is so fucked up. I feel like we've talked about it before. It's basically
that's the haunted house that like people can do whatever they want torture. To you. Yeah.
People sign up and you have to sign waivers. You don't get a safe word, and it is 2 to 4 hours of
torture.
Actual torture. They can literally put poop in your mouth. I mean, it's crazy. If you go on YouTube and watch, it's very disturbing. So trigger warning if you're disturbed by things like that. But to me, it's like, it's just interesting that people would sign up to do it.
It's wild. Like I can't. Okay, so I'm not a member of the haunt community. I don't like being haunted. I don't like being scary haunted things. Like Halloween Horror Nights is too much for me. Like I can't do that.
That was a lot.
But it's so interesting to me. Like one of my really good friends, she like is obsessed with Halloween Horror Nights. Like literally gets the season pass to like go to it every fucking weekend. And or like week, you can go during the week too.
Yeah.
And it started I think last week. She was there that day, and every day I swear to God I've seen on her story like she's there.
Yeah, some people
but
just
it's like
love it.
Yeah, it's like a really big thing that people just like genuinely wait all fucking year for.
Yeah.
And like go all out. Like I love Christmas, but like
not to that extent.
I just don't think there's anything like it in comparison.
I don't think so.
You know,
unless you went to the North Pole or something. I don't even know if that would count. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I mean, I don't know if I can do the North Pole.
Yeah.
I've seen TikToks.
Me too, actually.
Looks really cold.
Really cold. It's like deathly cold, actually, if you got to.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I could go to the North Pole now that we're talking about it.
Yeah. Sorry, Santa.
The idea.
We're not gonna come visit you.
The idea of it is good.
It's so funny because Aaron and I both I don't really like going to haunted houses either because I don't like to be scared on purpose like that. But we got a brand deal a couple of years ago to do Halloween Horror Nights. And we were like, oh shit.
I was so scared. It was like fun, but I was so scared.
But it was pretty good money. I don't remember how much it was, but I remember it being a good chunk of money.
For like Universal.
Yeah, and we were like, oh my God, we have to do it. And we did not want to do it actually.
It was like fun in the moment because we didn't have to like the lines insane. Yeah. Literally crazy. We cut the lines. There was like a group of influencers, so it was like really well maintained, mainly just because like I don't really like amusement parks in general, and on top of like the amount of people that were there, I just get like really anxious in amusement park settings. But so we got to like ride around on golf carts. Like it was actually no, we were in like a bus thing. Yeah,
like behind Universal.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. And we got to like go straight away through it. It was this for the Stranger Things.
It was Stranger Things.
Haunted.
I feel like we did like
house.
3.
We did, but that was the one that they needed us to promote because it was like a brand new haunted house that they had. And it was like, it was scary.
It was.
But it was
nice.
wasn't
as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Totally. But then they made us keep doing more.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, and then you should do this. We're like,
yeah.
Okay.
And then this one. But then by the time we were done, it started getting dark outside. And that's when all the like scary people who run around with chainsaws come out. And that's when I was like, I'm done. We're leaving. Just because I have this fear. I just feel like it would make for, and probably has made for, like a murder in the past. Of course, I feel like Universal is like so top security. Like,
you have to go through security and everything.
That would never happen there. But it's a thought in the back of my mind just because I'm so paranoid that like someone could literally be in a haunted house and murder me. Like they are playing a character, but then they actually fucking saw my head off because they're an actual killer. Like that is a huge fear of mine. It's so irrational, especially at like a giant corporation such as Universal. But like, I just don't think it's out of the question.
I don't think in this day and age it's irrational.
Yeah.
I think it'd be tough at Universal because you do go through all the security, but like, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more, honestly, at regular haunted houses that you just pay and go.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Yeah, I agree. I think because it'd be so easy to just like, no one knows if it's an actor, like if it's a real weapon or whatever.
Like the haunted hayride one. I feel like literally anyone, because you're in a field.
Yeah.
You're in a giant open field. Like I feel like anyone could run in through the field and like literally chop your fucking neck off.
Yeah. It's also those things that are so crowded, and it's just like
So
parking is a thing. It's just, maybe this is our age speaking, but it's like, I'd rather just watch something on TV that's scary instead of going.
Yeah, I don't think I would go that route either.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
Like my ideal
spooky
thing is making like hot apple spiked cider, carving a pumpkin, and
watching Goosebumps,
watching like Halloween Town.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Like I don't even know if I would want to carve a pumpkin just because it takes a lot of effort. But like,
I know, it's like honestly so annoing to carve a pumpkin.
Yeah,
it's like gross.
Yeah, but like I like the vibes, you know.
Me too.
Like I like the vibes that Halloween give off, but I don't know if it's because it's like a seasonal thing. Like I just love
like
the fall so much. But I went to Salem last year. Like I'm from Massachusetts, so I've been a bunch. But like those kinds of vibes are fun.
I agree.
Just because also that's like very historical.
Yeah, it's just,
which
it feels
really
creepy in a way, I'm assuming anyways.
Yeah. Also just like sad because it's where all the witch trials happen. And so there's like literal graves and stuff.
I know. It's so crazy to me because I was obviously born in the Midwest, that you can literally go to these places that we learned about all through
Plymouth Rock. Massachusetts has it all.
100%. I was in Pennsylvania a couple years ago and I was like, this is where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Like they were here, not
like
even
the Liberty Bell
really that long ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just learned about this in school. It's so different when you actually see it in person.
I know. It's so interesting. And like being from New England, like that was my whole
like field trips,
high school education. We literally went to Washington, D.C. as like our 8th grade trip.
That's sick.
And like all of the New England things.
So lucky. However, I just like didn't pay attention to history back then.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you're a kid.
I know.
It's just like words to me. I was just like, I don't.
It's also so interesting
now I appreciate it way more.
it now.
Oh, yeah, like, oh my God, different.
Even just how we were taught about it. Just like classic whitewashed history.
Totally.
And like now as an adult, you see so much that just was never presented to you. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I was standing saying the Pledge of Allegiance and like all these terrible things were happening that no one ever told us about.
You know, wait, and it's so crazy. Like we learned that George Washington had wooden teeth, but they were really teeth of slaves. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. I don't think all of them, but he had, I don't know, I want to say some type of metal and like teeth of slave. I don't know. It's just bizarre. It's like, why did we learn? I don't know.
That he had wooden fucking teeth.
Yeah. I don't know if that was like an urban legend.
Why are we being lied to?
To make it look not as bad, I would assume. But it's like,
probably.
Obviously we knew that was happening back then.
Yeah.
It's not like it really changes much at this point, but.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
We really were just
bamboozled
by all these white men.
Yeah. Oh, Thanksgiving was just a nice dinner between two groups of people.
Speaking of white men and men in general, and white women, black men, all colored people.
Honestly, anyone alive.
Yeah. We know this story of boy meets girl.
Yes,
but
we do.
What about girl meets girl? Or maybe boy meets girl and they meet another girl. With Dipsea, the stories continue beyond the initial meetup. Come hear what happens behind closed doors. Ooh. Dipsea is an really good sound effect.
Thank you.
You could read stories for them.
Yes, I could.
Dipsea is
as Erin read to me. I was very excited.
Let me get through it. Dipsea is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. Each Dipsea audio... Oh my God. I just thought... As I said, turn you on, I thought about George Washington and his fake teeth. So thank you for that.
I love wooden teeth.
Each Dipsea audio story features characters that feel like real people in immersive scenarios, so you feel like you're right there. Listen to stories about hooking up with your hometown crush you never made a move on, or that coworker you always had a little thing for, or maybe a story that puts you in bed with someone who's telling you exactly what they'd like to do to you. It really just focuses on like pretty much any fantasy scenario that you could ever possibly want, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, I feel like that really caters to most people. Totally. And it's like if you don't want to like watch something, it feels better to listen.
Yeah, just plop it in your ears as you are walking through the produce aisle. Like
or like on a flight. I was telling Erin, like my flight to New York, maybe full of Dipsea, who knows?
Yeah. If I see you like walking to the bathroom a lot, I'll know.
Oh God.
They release new content every week, so there's always more to explore, no matter who you're into or what turns you on. And if you need to wind down, Dipsea also has wellness sessions, sensual bedtime stories, and soundscapes to help you relax before you drift off. For listeners of the show, Dipsea's offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/onlyfriends. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/onlyfriends. dipseastories.com/onlyfriends. Honestly, love that.
Hot.
I feel like it's a great alternative.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it probably feels a lot safer than some websites you may find.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
You won't get any cookies or like the FBI coming to you for downloading illegal things.
Yeah, just it maybe just feels more natural.
Totally, and I feel like they probably offer a lot of scenarios that other sites don't.
Totally. So, how was your weekend?
Go off.
Probably a little different than mine.
Yeah, I don't even really know what I did.
Saturday we were together for a couple hours. We filmed.
Oh, yeah. We did my wedding hair trial, which was exciting. Got that checked off of my list.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be a video coming up
within the next few weeks.
Yeah, so it was only pre-filmed. Yeah.
Which will be nice. It's always nice being around Emily. She's such a positive light in this world. That's our hairdresser. We stan.
We do love her.
But then I had to start a new diet on Sunday because I took my antibiotics for my SIBO. Finished that. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, flew by. And then I had to start a low FODMAP diet, and today's my second day, and I feel as though my body's just withering away. So that hasn't been great, and nor was it great yesterday. I had like a full mental breakdown yesterday just trying to figure out how to navigate the diet because it's so restrictive. And I don't know. I'm just really stressed out about it, but I just won't think about it.
We'll talk about it more in our vlog too. That's coming out, but just seems really pretty much frustrating.
What I did. I just watched TV all day, like Saturday all day. I started watching a really good show. It's called Broadchurch.
Okay.
And it's like a murder mystery. You know, I love a good murder mystery. But that was really good. And then we watched a whole entire 2 seasons of this other show called, I think it's called The Other Two.
Oh.
I think it was on HBO.
You just go through shows. I wish I was like that. It's hard for me to start a show. I have to like get mentally ready.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's like, I'm always like, oh my God, I literally need something else to watch. Yeah. But we watched the whole season. They were like 20-minute episodes.
Oh, so that's easy.
Yeah. But it's funny. I actually really liked it. Mainly because I was like, I've literally never heard one single person talk about this.
I've never heard of it.
And it's good. Oh. I don't honestly know the names of the like 2 main characters, but Molly Shannon.
Oh, I love her.
Is the mom and like another main character. So I feel like anything with her, it's just like gonna be good.
It's gonna be funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. I like it a lot.
I saw something. I got a notification for it. That's new on HBO. I think it's like a series, but obviously only one episode has come out, and it looks like something we'd be interested in. I want to say it's something about a marriage. Oh, Scenes from a Marriage.
Scenes from a Marriage.
Jessica Chastain.
Oh, I thought that was a movie. Is that the new one that's like all the hype has been around?
I'm not sure.
She's so pretty.
I know. I don't know.
Everyone keeps tagging me in TikToks of her because she has a TikTok now, and they're like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you."
What is she in that I know? Is she in the Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Okay.
She was in The Help. Okay. I feel like every person I reference.
Every person.
Burbank, California is calling me. I think it's Paris's vet. They'll probably just leave a message. She's getting her second shot tomorrow.
Oh, Pfizer.
Yeah.
She was in It Chapter 2. That's like how I know her.
I'm like,
but yeah, I just
it Chapter 1 still fucking scars me.
I know. It honestly looked. I don't know why I keep grabbing the ad. It looked interesting. It feels like it's about a marriage that's like falling apart or something. And I love a good tragic love story.
Well, I've seen recent press. Like, remember that video of like the guy kissing the inside of her arm?
Oh, that's what they're from.
I wasn't. I thought for some reason I thought it was a movie. I guess I didn't realize. But I think that's it.
Yeah, I
feel
don't know.
Like it has to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all, I mean, it looks like there's one thing at 56 minutes. So that seems like a HBO episode. I believe it said it's a mini series or a series or something like that.
Oh my God, TJ just abandoned me.
What do you mean? He just saw him leave.
He said, I'm going into work for a change of scenery.
Oh my God, he hates our podcast.
Wow. He knew, and he waited till I went in here.
I'll be like, well, sorry, TJ, I'm going to throw on some Dipsy after this.
Yeah. I want to see, what is it called? Marriage?
It's called...
Jessica.
Scenes from a Marriage. I wish I could see the description of it. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, I'm trying to... It literally, the description just says an adaptation of Ingmar Bergman's Swedish TV miniseries about a marriage falling apart. Like, okay.
Okay, well, the first episode's description says, after a tense day of reflection and disclosure, Mira and her husband, Jonathan, navigate the consequences of unexpected news. Oh. So, I don't know. It sounds like something I would really like. Yeah. I love things about relationships. I don't know why. That's why I'm just all about 90 Day Fiancé and stuff like that.
The really real nitty gritty
The real nitty gritty ones.
Oh my God. Yesterday was so good, but kind of overwhelming in terms of TV because there was so much for me to watch.
Yeah.
Like the VMAs were on.
Did you watch them?
Yeah, but then it overlapped with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiere. So like I had to watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake premiere. I would say I watched about an hour of the VMAs. Oh. So I got a good amount.
Was it entertaining? Like I just didn't watch it.
But I honestly was pretty entertained, but I think they started off really strong. Like Justin Bieber, Olivia Rodrigo, like they were the first to perform.
Okay.
So it was like, okay.
Heavy hitters.
Totally. But then there was like people that I was like, okay, I don't care about them. But it was cool. Like Madonna was there. Cyndi Lauper was there. I think they really did a much better job. Like we've been to a few VMAs and I like had more fun watching these ones.
It's so much better on TV. So much better. Did you see Casey Musgrave's performance?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Have you listened to her album, her new album?
No.
I like it so much. It gives me very Taylor Swift Red vibes, and not in the terms of like the music is the same, but it's just
crazy because you're like not a Casey fan.
Not really at all. And I saw a couple TikToks about it, and I was like, okay, I'll just listen to it. And I just put it on. I was driving to Target yesterday. Pretty good. I just
like never listen to music anymore.
I know. I don't either. It's so fucking hard.
Well, because she came out with a whole like movie. There's like a movie that goes with it, or like a I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called either.
A movie.
Too dumb, but yeah.
I know. It's so crazy because I think that whole album is about her ex-husband, Rustin Kelly.
Yep, it is. That's why it's so juicy.
I know, but because I like his music, and I obviously don't know them as people at all, but it's just like so interesting.
What I've heard so far is it doesn't really like trash him, but it's just like sad, and it like the first song is what?
I think their marriage fell apart because he's like an addict, which is really sad.
There's a song called Good Wife I really like.
I don't know which one she played last night.
She played the first song on the album. I like know everything about it, but she played the first song Star-Crossed, I think.
Oh. Did you know TJ's friend plays the steel pedal for her?
No.
It's I have like it's not actual tea. I don't know what to call. I'll just have some fun facts that I think you would like.
Oh, okay.
So when her and Harry were on tour together, she was like opening for him. We went to that show.
Yeah.
And we hung out with TJ's friend for probably like 15 minutes after he was done performing. And he got to like tour with Harry, and he said like Harry's the nicest. And he like would play ping pong with him all the time.
Shut the fuck up.
And he was just like so fun and like the sweetest.
I'm pissed.
I know.
I hate knowing good things about him. It makes me so mad.
I know. But like so cool. Like imagine being on tour with Harry.
No.
Oh, I love him.
I don't want to talk about it. I keep seeing TikToks of people with signs at his shows, and he always reacts to them, and it's really funny. Like one girl held up a sign that says "Show us your ass," and he's literally, it shows a clip of him walking up with his guitar and then just like turning around and sticking his butt out. I love him.
Oh, he's so cute and quirky.
He's just the perfect human.
He truly is. Well,
can't get over it.
Harry, if you're listening, this episode is also for you.
Also, it's kind of like a part of maybe the news we could talk about, but I feel like it fits with the VMAs. So maybe we'll talk about it now. Did you see Conor McGregor and MGK got in a fight?
Yeah, well, it was weird because I like didn't understand what was happening. And then I've watched like a bunch of videos, and it's just a bunch of contradictory information that I didn't fully understand what happened.
What I saw was that Conor asked MGK for a picture, and he said no.
Yeah, I heard that too. But then I heard another thing saying that Conor said like something about Megan.
Oh.
Like, can I take her on a date or something?
I mean, I could definitely see him saying that.
It's just like so many things.
He's kind of an ass.
Yeah. Well,
he threw his drink
that way. Like,
he threw his drink at the VMAs. Like, calm
I need
down.
to know what happened.
Me too.
Because there's so many different stories online.
Well, maybe if we see MGK at an emo night, we can ask.
What happened with Connor?
Yeah, just full fans.
Hey, what happened with you and Connor? Okay.
Have Morgan ask him.
I will. That's really it for me this weekend, I will say. Nothing crazy happened.
Too. I'm just trying to think of like Friday. I feel like nothing. Just a fucking homebody.
Hell yeah. Our interesting lives.
And I'll be a homebody next weekend.
You need to watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake.
I know. I started it and I liked it. I just never finished it. So
okay, well, you gotta finish it because this season is gonna be the juiciest. It's honestly the first episode of this is already like so much better than any
okay
show, like any Housewives franchise that we're like currently watching.
Is there any way I can like watch them on the plane? How can I do that? Because I would binge the fuck out of it.
Download shows on Hulu?
I don't think so.
Only Netflix.
But even on Netflix, it's like very picky. Like I wanted to download the clickbait show so I could watch on the plane.
But they won't let you.
I don't think you can. I think it's like, actually, I think it's because it can't be on a computer. I think it has to be on like
your phone.
I think so, which is like, I'm not going to watch on my phone.
Got it. I don't know if there is a way. Maybe if you like purchase it somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I probably could actually on Amazon. No. Well, I wonder if, sorry, this is like, no one cares about this, but I'm like, because you can buy seasons on Amazon Prime. They're like $25 usually for a season of something. But I don't know if you can like download them or if they're if you have to like go on the internet to watch. Yeah. Ugh. So
we'll have to research.
But
so you can get the ladies.
Yeah, but I do love listening to things. And speaking of listening to things, you know, like books.
That was a much better transition than mine.
It's okay. I have my moments too. Sometimes I just say, time for the ad.
People of all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, this part of the podcast is sponsored by Audible. What is Audible? Audible is a leading provider of spoken word entertainment all in one place. At Audible, you can find the largest selections of audiobooks ranging from bestsellers and new releases to celebrity memoirs, languages, business, motivation, and more like original entertainment from top celebrity creators and thousands of popular and binge-worthy podcasts. As an Audible member, you'll get 1 credit every month, good for any title in our entire premium selection. That means the latest bestseller, the buzziest new release, the hottest celebrity memoir, or that bucket list title you've been meaning to pick up. Those titles are yours to keep forever in your Audible library. So once you have it, you always got it. You will also get full access to the popular Plus catalog. It's filled with thousands and thousands of audiobooks, original entertainment, guided fitness and meditation, sleep tracks, or for better rest and podcasts, including ad-free versions of your favorite shows and exclusive series. All are included with your membership, so you can download and stream all you want, no credits needed. You can always find the perfect title for whatever you're doing, whenever you're going or whatever you're feeling, whether it's comedy, romance, suspense, true crime, science fiction, or fitness and wellness. Literally anything. You're just taking a video of me right now. Anything you want, anything you need is basically on Audible. I mean, I'm such a listener. Like, I love listening to podcasts. I would rather listen to a book than actually read it. So I feel like for me, Audible is the way to go. And it's like I just do it whenever I'm getting ready. The one in a lifetime occasion where I'm cooking something, I have to have something on to listen to. So Audible really gets me on that.
I do love with Audible is they have a lot of like nonfiction books, like autobiographies, and I love listening to the people who like wrote them.
Yeah,
say it.
I know
I read it in their voice anyway.
Yeah, like the girl with no job.
Yeah,
again, we're obsessed.
Truly,
we're extremely obsessed with her. But yeah, they have a lot of things you can do from home, like workouts or meditations, which is great, especially during the quarantine times. Really beneficial.
Truly.
So visit audible.com/onlyfriends or text onlyfriends to 500-500. That's audible.com/onlyfriends or text onlyfriends to 500-500. Thank you so
did it.
much.
Thank you, Audible. Thank you for sponsoring this day in history.
Yes.
Pretty boring.
Speaking of, what happened today in history?
Well, thank you for asking.
You're so welcome.
In 2007, Miley Cyrus released the absolute banger hit.
Wait. Let me guess.
Okay.
I know it's not Party in the USA because that would be my first guess. We've already talked about that one.
Yep.
Banger.
Not to be confused with her album, Bangers.
I can't be tamed.
No, you got to think 2007.
about you. The 7 things I hate about you. What? She doesn't have any other songs.
See You Again.
Oh my God.
The absolute. I think that's the literal song that like skyrocketed her solo career.
Totally. The last time I freaked out.
Yeah, like couldn't be more of a hit.
So good.
2007. Where were we? Sophomores, juniors in high school.
Probably
juniors. In between.
What month is it? Probably beginning of junior year. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, we were juniors when that absolute banger hit came out.
That's disgusting.
How old is Miley?
I don't know.
Like 20.
She older than us or younger?
I think she's younger.
No, she's definitely younger because Hannah Montana. Hello.
I know, but I'm like, we were the same age.
I know. Like I'd say 27 is my guess.
28.
Okay. Pretty much same age.
Oh, she's turning 29 in November. Oh. She's 92. She's only a year younger.
Oh, all right.
So it was okay for us to be watching Hannah Montana in high school because she was acting in Hannah Montana in high school.
I will take that.
You know?
I accept it. Because I watched it a lot in high school and I was like, I'm too old for this.
Oh my God, it was like my show.
It's still good though. Like it's still a funny show.
Oh, when we downloaded Disney Plus when it came out.
Yeah, I remember
first thing I turned on.
Yes, I was there.
So good.
I know.
So fucking good. We stan.
We love.
I would just love for her to like do another tour. Okay, that was really the only like interesting thing for me. But then birthdays, I'll run through a few real quick. Prince Harry, he's turning 37.
Okay.
Heidi Pratt.
Oh.
35.
Okay.
We're getting up there.
That fits. We're getting up there.
Lisa Vanderpump.
Let me guess her age.
Okay.
63.
61. But I genuinely think she lies about her age. I think she's older.
You think?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I could see that.
I think that she's older. But then the one birthday that I literally audibly was like, oh, Jenna Marbles' birthday is today. She's turning 35.
Oh.
I know. It makes me so sad. I love Jenna so much. She is truly just like the sweetest queen. And I'm so sad that she's no longer on the internet.
I know, but like what a power move. She was like, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to go. All right.
Yeah. She literally was like, you are all awful. It's like what we all need, really. And she's the only one who was able to do it.
Yeah. Who can do it.
Our queen.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll ever come back. I know she deleted her Instagram.
So sad.
I know.
It's nice that Julian still has like a presence. So like, I think like really diehard fans can still like keep up with at least him and like all the dogs and
feel connected in some way.
Totally. But I mean like 100% respect her decision to like, do what she did.
I get it. I mean, she made videos for over 10 years and like everything is just so different now. And not that she did anything like to be canceled for, but I know she had like a couple controversial videos like from probably 10 years ago.
Oh, way more than that, I think.
Yeah, and she was, but it was one of those things where it's like, obviously it's not of malicious intent, but
and it's just things where you like you're not allowed to be sorry anymore.
Exactly. And
for things
I think
in your past.
It seemed like that really kind of pushed over the edge, because her last video was kind of like,
fuck off.
Yeah.
Which like, good.
Which I appreciate, because she took accountability, which is what you need to do, I think. But it was also like, I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
it's too
obviously
toxic.
You know who I am. So like, I think because people were starting to send her mean things about it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I understand being like, can you address this? Or like, I don't know. I guess I understand that. But when people send stuff and are like mean in a sense of like, it's like, I can't believe you do this. You're so different than what I thought. It's just that stuff really is.
It's just people taking out of context who you actually are in your core as a person because of something that they like see and then say that that's who you are in full when like that's not the case. And like, I think that it's really tough to have people like give that kind of judgment when you know that you're a good person and like you've moved on and grown from things. And I think it just must be so exhausting, especially because she had such a big platform and used it in such a like good and positive way to just like continue to get hate, even though she's not doing anything wrong today.
Like clearly she doesn't think that way at all. So it's just
so awful.
Yeah. But
the internet is such a dark, dark place. And I mean, if I was in her position, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, totally.
In terms, I feel like she's like able to like not be able to like work.
Yeah, just so nice. But I hope she's happy.
Me too.
I hope she's thriving.
I hope it's done what she's needed it to do.
Yeah, same. I wonder if she'll come back.
I know you're listening.
Yeah.
We love you.
And happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Most importantly,
Happy
3-5. What a fun number.
Cute.
Her and Heidi should have a conjoined birthday.
Oh, God.
That'd be so funny. Two like polar opposite people, I feel like.
I know. I actually listened to the Heidi interview on Call Her Daddy.
Oh, yeah. We started listening to that.
Yeah. I normally don't listen to Call Her Daddy. I just find it like too sexual for me. And just like, I feel like I'm too old for it or something. But when she interviews celebrities like that, it's really interesting to me. I mean, I'll listen to any podcaster who has somebody that I'm curious about on. And it's just so interesting how Heidi explaining how they edited her and Spencer. It was just crazy. I mean, obviously when we watched The Hills, he was an awful person and an awful boyfriend and everyone hated him. And she was like basically going through everything and just saying how different it was on camera than it was in real life. And
that's so interesting.
And it is crazy. I totally forgot about this, but remember when
listen to that.
It's good. It's
because it's crazy because I'm like, okay, I get it, but I also don't know if I believe you because like none of those people are your friends anymore. Whose like relationships you like.
That's true.
Ruined.
I guess sometimes I get persuaded easily, but
it's also hard for me because I know people like that.
Yeah, I know. But when she got all of her, remember when she got all of her surgeries?
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy. They talk about this on the podcast, but it's so crazy how at the time everyone villainized her and it's just like, she's fucking crazy. But now every bitch in LA is doing her face. Like everyone. And not,
she set the precedent.
She did. And it's totally not a bad thing at all, but it's just funny how now it's kind of praised in a way.
Totally.
And back then it was, and she was like, Spencer was the only person who, like, none of my family, none of my friends came to the hospital or anything. She died for a hot minute, like her heart stopped or something while she was getting operated on and came back.
What the fuck?
And she was like, Spencer was the only person that would, he would do everything for me, like consistently, like getting me anything I needed. And I don't know. Of course, it could have been totally skewed, but for me, it gave me a better understanding of their relationship. And, you know, that chapter can be closed for me. It's a big chapter in my life.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I have so much closure. You. But yeah, you should listen to it. Maybe download it for the plane or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll listen to that while I'm just continuously refreshing the map to see what state we're in.
I know. It's so annoying. And then you're like, okay, do you like to listen to music when you're on flights?
I used to.
Me too.
But not anymore. I don't know what it is. I'll normally... I feel like I have to be like watching something.
Me too. Because it's like, what else am I... Like, I'm just staring at nothing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. And also... It's like you listen to a song and only 3 minutes has passed. And like, it's so, if you watch at least an episode, at least 30 minutes has passed.
Totally.
I can't. I don't know what it is. I need to be doing something, like you said, watching or trying to comprehend something.
I will say, like, I've edited on planes and that makes the time go by so fast.
I think I'm going to do that too. I feel like
that's a really good thing to do.
I know.
I would say.
Yeah. I remember, actually, never mind.
Fair.
I don't even remember where I was going with
that. Okay. Well, happy birthday to all of you. I guess for current events, we've talked about a lot. Oh, one big one though is Britney Spears.
I saw
got engaged.
Which is like great, but I don't understand. I mean, I thought she wasn't allowed to or something.
I know. I'm confused about it too. And when I was reading the article, it basically was just like, she's engaged.
Yeah.
We're also unsure about like why or how, because she talked about how she wasn't able to.
Yes.
But I think that there's probably a lot of inside stuff going on because she was like, I want to be able to get married and like do all this stuff. And like with her dad, like stepping down, but it's like still confusing because no one really know what it means. I don't know. I guess I'm happy for her.
Yeah. I mean, good for her. Yeah. Did you see what Sam, her fiance, posted?
Yeah, that was funny.
So if you guys didn't see, because all these people obviously are like, I hope you're getting a prenup because...
Well, literally, she posted it and Octavia Spencer commented on it saying, I hope you're getting a prenup, or like, get a prenup.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I think that's obvious.
But it's so, like, she didn't even say like, congrats. Like,
no.
Literally. I think it's just because people are skeptical of this person.
100%. And I totally get it because her life is so crazy.
I looked it up though. They've been dating for 4 years.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know, but...
Yeah, I think it's been so confusing because it's like, is he a part of this?
Yes.
Or is he
like, does the whole time paid?
It would make sense that they weren't actually dating and he was just one of her handlers or something.
Totally.
But,
well, that's what a lot of people have been questioning.
Yeah, but recently he's been like speaking out against her conservatorship. So it's interesting.
Well, I guess we'll just see. But happy for her. Her ring's really pretty.
I know. But wait, he posted on his story. He goes, "Thank you everyone who is concerned about our prenup. Of course, we're getting ironclad prenup to protect my Jeep and shoe collection in case she dumps me one day."
So funny.
So I love that he's like making a joke about it. Because it's like you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Obviously, that is such a big topic that celebrities, have to discuss. And I don't know. It's just funny that people are so concerned about it when it's like, they're probably got it figured out.
I read that her net worth is $60 million.
Woo.
Makes sense.
Isn't that crazy? That's what Call Her Daddy got to go to Spotify.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
60 million to go to Spotify.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. I mean, obviously she doesn't have that all in one go, I'm sure. I'm sure she gets, paid.
Do you think it's like per year? Or is that?
No, I think it was like a 60 million. It's like Joe Rogan's is 100 million to go to Spotify and hers is,
For the year.
I think it's just a deal. Like, I don't know. I guess you're right. I don't know if it's like, okay, stay on Spotify for 3 years and you'll get $60 million.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
what
really
I'm wondering.
know. But still.
Let me see.
Do you think her ex co-host is
Well, I think
crying
it's like, no, because that's what she wanted to do. Sophia wanted to take the podcast somewhere else because she knew that they could get more money than at Barstool.
That's what I mean. Do you think she's just like shaking in her boots that now?
Yeah, she's probably like pissed off because it's like, this is what I was literally trying to do. And then you made it a whole spectacle. And now you went and literally did what I told you we should do.
But also we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Oh,
like she could have changed her mind or like had a conversation with Barstool. It's just.
Who, Alex?
Mm-hmm.
I know I watched the whole thing unfold and I wasn't even a fan just because I live for drama.
Oh yeah, I did
and
too.
I thought it was so interesting, but she like made that very clear.
Interesting.
Like, because they didn't because it was like Sophia's like boyfriend.
I remember that.
Who was like the businessman. And he was like, you guys can get way more money. Suit man, yeah.
Suit man.
It's like, you guys can get way more money going somewhere else, like break your contract, like know your worth. So that really sucks and is shitty.
I mean,
but
technically she probably could have got 30 mil of that. I know. But who knows what have been.
Well, she has her own podcast now, so I hope she's doing well.
She does, but I don't hear about it ever. Like Call Her Daddy,
I think because Call Her Daddy was already established.
It's so big, yeah.
Call Her Daddy podcast Spotify deal. Let's see.
Ugh. $60 million. I don't even know what that means.
60 million plus deal. Yanking it away from Barstool. I'm sure Barstool is like, yeah, go do that.
They did. I saw a thing about it. I guess she was like, Dave was like, go do your thing.
Yeah.
Because it was something to do with buying or ownership of the title or something, the name of the podcast.
Yeah, so they weren't going to let them leave because they owned the I forget what it's called. IPO, I forget what it's called.
It's basically the show's name.
Yeah.
Like if she were to leave, they would have to start all over with a different name.
Yep. And like whole brand. It's like your whole fucking brand.
Yeah. Which is horrifying. That's a lot of things with podcasts.
3-year agreement.
Oh, 3 years.
So it's a 3-year agreement between
that's
Cooper
so crazy.
and
That's what I
Spotify
said.
is worth more than 60 million in total.
Woo.
Oh, wow. 20 million.
Yeah, some YouTubers, when they start podcasts, they'll do it under a company like that. And it's like if the company decides it's not doing well or they just don't want to work with them anymore, then they have to literally start over. So I'm happy we have our own thing. We're kind of like doing it all ourselves.
Totally. This is crazy. Like $20 million, that just all goes to her.
20 million?
Per year.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, like I'm sure
nuts.
she has like a whole production team that like she pays and stuff. I don't know. Does she film it?
No.
Okay, so she probably pays people like $1,000 a month.
I mean, and maybe Spotify pays for that now that she's with, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're so right.
And I'm sure Barstool paid for it, so she never actually had to pay.
And then I'm sure she has an agent. They get a percentage,
totally.
But like and
she has a YouTube channel that does really well. I mean, she's got it going on.
Thriving.
It's so funny. I saw a TikTok and it was a paparazzi, and I think it was for New York Fashion Week, and they were like, Alex, she was walking and they're like, Alex, who's your dream guest? Who's like the biggest person you would want? And she was like, Taylor Swift. And I was like, I don't think Taylor Swift would ever go on that podcast.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I listened to TJ and I tried to listen to the episode with Miley Cyrus and we could not get through it.
Oh, really?
It was just
that one was filmed. So that was better to watch, I think.
Oh, we just listened.
Yeah.
I was like, this is like really creepy and weird.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it because it was Miley in a different setting.
Yeah.
Where I feel like most interviews don't ask stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
But that one was filmed. I think she filmed
just like a little over the top. Mm-hmm. But like, I get it. Like I could get being in her shoes and being like overly excited and also being a person who's like not afraid to hold back when asking questions.
Yeah.
But it's just like not for me. Did you know that? Did I ever tell you that TJ went to high school with the other
Sophia?
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, Britney Spears got engaged. I wrote the VMAs down, but like, I feel like there's not really much to talk about there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch it, so I don't really know.
Yeah, other than Travis Barker,
oh my god,
and Courtney and Megan and MGK, like they all do this weird thing now, where like when they did it on the red carpet, like without one another too, like whenever they're being photographed, they both just stick out their tongue and like touch their tongue.
I'm over it.
It's so
do whatever
weird.
You want, but like I don't get it.
It's so weird. But then they posted a picture of the four of them doing it together, which is just like, huh? Is this what you guys do in your free time?
Like, do they have foursomes? Probably.
I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, not actually, but
it's so weird. Like Megan and Courtney. Did you see they presented an award together or like
their
introducing them?
Yeah.
It literally looked like Courtney was standing next to Kim.
I saw a thumbnail of it and I was like, oh, Kim and Courtney.
Yeah. They just all look the same. Yeah. Casey Musgraves looks literally like a Kardashian too.
She does.
Everyone's just morphed.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing that they look like Kim. Like obviously she's very beautiful, but it's just like, I feel like there's just this warped sense of like beauty standards now.
100%. Yeah. And
they're also
I feel like a lot of girls try to look like Kim is kind of the blueprint.
Totally.
And I see so many of those, big Instagram following girls.
My God, yeah.
And a lot of them do look like Kim.
I can't even tell people apart.
I know, it's really crazy.
It's so wild.
But
it was funny. They were like, she was like, and introducing our baby daddies. So
yeah,
or our future baby daddies. So I can't wait for them to have a conjoined wedding and have kids at the same time. And it's just going to be great. Courtney and Megan both have 3 kids each.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just want to know what happens behind closed doors. Like, are these healthy relationships? Are they good? Like, I'm sure they are. And I'm not trying to throw shade or like think that they're not. But like, it's too perfect on the outside. You know what I mean?
I know. I feel like both Courtney and Megan are like the fixers because I don't think Travis has like a lot of like baggage, but like he was afraid of flying and like now he's flown 5 times this month. And so it's like Courtney,
which is really awesome.
Yeah. But then like Machine Gun Kelly, like I think he struggles with addiction and like Megan was there to like help him like overcome these things. And I think I genuinely think that like Travis and Machine are so codependent on both Courtney and Megan.
Yeah. I'm just so curious, but I'm like that with every relationship. I just love to be a fly on the wall.
I know.
That's why I like these relationship shows.
I just like also like whatever about Megan and Machine, like that's fine. But like I love that Courtney is like openly like sharing more of her life because she's always been like super private on the show, and prior to being more open when she was dating Scott, it was just like trauma fest.
I mean, awful.
Which I'm kind of bummed that the show doesn't exist anymore because it's like I would have loved to watch her and Travis like interact and like be around their families and like
maybe
that
the Hulu show.
I hope.
Do we even know when it's coming out?
No idea.
Was it just
or like what it even is?
Like, is it even coming out? Like I haven't heard anything about it.
No clue. But
maybe it'll just drop one day.
I hope that it's just Courtney and Travis.
Me too. I hope they get their own show, but I highly doubt Courtney would ever want that.
I know. Yeah, especially she's just been through so much relationship wise in terms of public settings.
Yeah.
So it's probably better that it's private, but I don't know. They seem really happy and obsessed with each other.
I saw an old paparazzi video of her with one of her kids when they were really young, and she's like holding them, and all these people are taking pictures and following, and she's like, don't ever talk to me when I have my kid with me. And then they waited a couple seconds and someone was like, Courtney, how do you feel about it? And she goes, shut the fuck up. So funny. I know.
That would be
shut
me.
The fuck up.
That is me.
Good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. That is so funny. Speaking of, I'm just kidding. This isn't funny at all. It's just
no, but it can bring you happiness. We'll say that
the same way that funny things can.
Exactly.
Pura Vida is one of the coolest apparel and accessory brands out there, and giving back has always been at the core of what they do. Pura Vida was started by two California surfers who went to Costa Rica and fell in love with the art and laid-back lifestyle. They began partnering with Costa Rican artists to create beautiful braided bracelets, selling millions each year. A portion of what they make goes back to causes you care about. They partner with over 200 charities worldwide. I got some stuff from Pura Vida, and it's so cute. I'm not wearing any of it right now. For those of you watching, oh, cute.
If you could see on this.
Oh, cute.
What are these called? Are these puka shell? I don't think they're puka shell. So. I don't want to speak wrong about it because it is their product, but it's really cute. It's something I would wear normally. Like, I really like it.
It's so cute.
It's like white little shell, like tiny shells.
Like beads.
I'm trying to explain to people who can't see it.
Yeah.
It's like white, and then halfway through it's like colored ones.
Yeah,
it just looks very beachy and kind of like what's in style right now with the jewelry. Yeah, I'll show the camera while you're talking.
Their string bracelets are unisex, fully adjustable, and wax coated, so they're 100% waterproof. Everything is super affordable with bracelets starting at $6 and rings at $12. People love to buy several for stacking, mixing, and matching. That's what's so great about them being relatively cheap, is that you can buy a lot and kind of stay on trend with layering and stuff. They have buttery soft 100% cotton tees and hoodies, including graphic tees and crop tees. There's colorful fun backpacks, including tie-dyed and leopard print. It's truly clothing with a cause. You can shop their charity collections, and 5% of your purchase price is given back to charities that support things like ocean and land conservation. Pura Vida, look good and do good. To get 20% off your Pura Vida order, text FRIENDS to 38817. That's FRIENDS to 38817 to get 20% off at Pura Vida. Terms apply. Available at puravitabracelets.com/terms. Text FRIENDS to 38817.
Love.
So cute.
You want to get your, I don't know how to do it. The little soundbite ready? Yeah, we're going to do some Am I the Assholes?
Finish the app off.
Yeah.
It's time to decide. Am I the asshole?
Am I?
I guess we will decide.
We will decide your fate. Strangers online.
Strangers online. You want to kick it off? You have a couple, right?
Sure, yeah. Am I the asshole for re-gifting my birthday present to my daughter for Christmas?
Okay.
My 49-year-old female birthday is relatively close to Christmas. My daughter, 17 female, has a really nice Kate Spade purse that she bought for herself over the summer.
Cute.
I told her I wanted one of those nice purses for Christmas or my birthday. Her purse is a shoulder bag that's relatively big. I usually wear crossbody purses that are pretty small, and I thought she'd remember that. Keep this in mind. Come to my birthday, my daughter got me what it looked to be expensive red Kate Spade purse that was pretty big and was more of a tote with a lot of room. However, I didn't really want a big purse. She should know I wear crossbody. I pretended to be really happy about it and moved on. I decided that I didn't really like it and wanted to return it and hopefully exchange it without her knowing. However, she did early birthday shopping and it ran out of time to exchange. I was honestly kind of upset, but it was a nice purse nonetheless. So instead, I thought I'd just give it to my daughter for Christmas.
The same daughter?
Yep. I wrapped it and put it under the tree for today. She opened it this morning and said, Is this the present I got for you? I hesitated and I think she knew. She immediately started to cry, saying that's what I thought you wanted and what you told me to get, and I worked hard to save for it. She said it was really hurtful that I just regift the purse, but I figured she'll get more use out of it, and she obviously knows that I didn't like it if she never saw me use it. I told her to stop making a big deal out of nothing and that it was an okay gesture. She has been moody about it all day and said she would have just bought something she likes if she knew that's what would happen. Am I the asshole? For the audacity to even ask if you're the asshole.
I mean,
wild.
Well, it's just so weird. You can't re-gift someone the gift that they got you. You know what I mean?
And then be shocked that they noticed. She was like, I think she knew. Of course she knew. She's 17 years old and she saved up to buy you a designer bag.
Yeah, that is so fucking weird. Try to make it at least somewhat secretive that you're maybe re-gifting it.
Yeah, there's so much language in here too where it's she should have known that I like a crossbody bag. It's just that's it's a little, so fucking rude.
Yeah, it's a little what's the word? Stuck up? Not stuck up. I'm trying to think of the word.
Just narcissistic, honestly. If you just think that everyone knows everything that you do at all times. But it's you told her that you liked the bag that she had on her arm. So she obviously just assumed that you would want the same fucking one.
I mean, just don't re-gift something to someone that got you that gift.
At least give it to someone else.
That's exactly.
Like, and then it's like, your poor teen daughter. It's like, it couldn't even be exciting. It's like, oh, my mom didn't even care about me enough to get me a real gift. She just gave me what I just bought gave it back. And then like you call her names and stuff. I don't know.
I don't like it. I think she's an asshole.
Seems like you're like gaslighting your child.
Yeah. And it's just weird. It's like your child spent so much money on this and then you're just giving it back, which like, okay, she spent money and I guess maybe if she gets use out of the bag, she'll, but like if my mom did that, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Like,
no,
what?
Seriously. I would genuinely be like, what the fuck
just weird.
is wrong with you?
I mean, I think that's a general rule. Like if you bought me something, I would never re-gift it back to you if I didn't like it.
And it doesn't even seem like they're like wealthy in the sense it makes sense. Like she says like, I had to save up to buy you this bag because you said you really liked it and I thought it would be nice. Yeah. And then like the mom has the audacity to be like, oh, you noticed? You noticed I re-gifted you the gift that you like were like thoughtful about too.
Obviously.
I don't know. It's got some issues.
Asshole.
You are the asshole. You are a big fat gaping asshole.
Ew. Okay. Speaking of a gaping asshole. I don't know why I said that. But am I the asshole for policing my wife's caffeine intake? My wife. Okay, they're both in their 30s and married 2 years. My wife frequently likes...
Like early 30s or late 30s?
It just says wife and I, 30s.
Got it.
Married 2 years. My wife frequently likes to have a cup of coffee in the evening or 2 hours before going to bed. I have observed that this makes her settle into bed more slowly. I've mentioned this to her many times. She has a chronic pain condition, which is probably impacted by the caffeine intake, making it harder for her to do routine things, leaving me to pick up the slack. When I've mentioned it, she says her doctor does not believe caffeine intake affects her condition. That's not really my point. It's more about her overall health being impaired by less restful sleep. This week, I decided our household should be coffee free and discarded the coffee machines and the pods. I told my wife that if she'd like to drink coffee, she should get one from the cafe on the way to work. This is not a financial hardship, and I rarely drink coffee in the home anyway. My wife has been very mad at me for policing, quote unquote, he put, a habit she enjoys and considers harmless. I noticed she has gone to bed more smoothly since the coffee left the home. But as she continues to be angry and short with me, I'm beginning to wonder if I went overboard. Am I the asshole?
What an interesting situation. I feel like it's pretty assholey to just like throw away all your stuff. But I understand the concern, and it seems like it was like a last effort thing to try to help her.
But it's like she's in her 30s. Like, yeah, she should be in charge of how she settles into bed. Like, totally, it's not up to you.
I know
she can do whatever she wants, and her doctor told her it's not harmful. So. Mm-hmm.
But I think that he was like, oh, it's not really about that. It's about like she doesn't sleep. And then it probably winds up affecting him.
True. It does. He has to pick up the slack, he says.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's just wanting to do it to be like, listen, you're going to feel better if you don't drink an espresso right before bed.
Yeah. There's just better ways to do it.
100%.
Throwing away the machine and the
like
pods.
So passive aggressive. I couldn't imagine coming out and like my smeg is gone and be like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you can't drink tea.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's affecting your stomach thing.
And then being like, oh, you have to get it on the way to work.
Like, that's fucked up. That's
so rude.
At that point, it's controlling.
Oh, 1,000%.
I'd be upset.
I think that if you're like actually concerned, you'd find a more like less controlling way to do it. But I would say like it's a pretty big asshole move to just like get rid of everything to try to get what you want and not be like, I think it's like listen to your partner, what your partner needs, and then just slowly try to implement a change.
Agreed. Like you can't just say, I think we should be coffeeless this week. Totally. Like that's not up to you, buddy.
And it's like she'll learn for herself.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I understand that maybe she drinks too much or whatever, but like for a lot of people, coffee is a very therapeutic thing. I mean, a lot of people, it's relaxing. It's something they look forward to.
Yeah.
Like in the morning or even at night. Like Nolan started drinking espresso at night because it helps you poop before you go to bed and it doesn't keep him up at all.
Well, that's not true for everyone. So let's not generalize.
Well, no, I'm just saying in his case.
No, I know.
Yeah, so it's like if somebody has that kind of ritual, obviously it's becoming a problem.
Why doesn't he should have just, if you're going to be passive aggressive about it, just switch it for decaffeinated.
Yeah, like be smart about it.
Keep the fucking...
Work smarter, not harder, buddy.
Yeah, like keep the coffee things, but then like change it to decaf.
Or like half Well, I guess with pods, you can't really do that, but.
You probably. I bet you wouldn't even notice.
You'd probably notice. It's usually like
Was
very
she using
distinct.
pods?
That's what he said. We threw our machine and pods away, so I'm wondering.
Probably a Keurig or something.
But like if they just had coffee grounds, like 100% dump out half of the caffeine, put decaf, shake it up.
Placebo.
So it's like half calf.
Yeah. Ooh, yum.
I hope he's listening and he's taking our recommendations because honestly, that's great advice.
Great solution.
It's like, we're kind of on both sides
Win-win.
there. Yeah, she gets a little bit. He gets to have his wife smoothly go into bed. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
she probably just like gets such a bad sleep and then she's like miserable.
Yeah.
So he wants to be like, how can I help you? We need to get rid of the coffee so that you won't be so miserable.
Yeah.
And then you'll be happy.
I just think the way he went about it was asshole.
Okay. This email, I took my car in to get serviced
to get
like last week. This text I got. Hey, Erin, this is blank at North Hollywood Toyota. It would mean the, in all caps, world to me if you would complete the email survey.
Oh, he said, I need my bonus.
Okay. That is so funny.
Make his world, Erin. Do the survey.
Yeah, I'm like, you are like high up in the company because every person, literally every time I had a question about something, I had to have like 2 questions. I had to go get this guy.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I guess you can rate him high then if you knew your answers to your question.
I totally can. Am I the asshole for stopping my assistance because she wouldn't let me into her house? My wife and I have been friends with Cheryl for several years. Cheryl has hit a rough spot with the pandemic, so we've been helping her. This includes money, essentials like laundry pods, dishwasher, pucks, food, and hand-me-down clothing from my wife. Cheryl is my wife's friend before my friend. I've never hung out with her alone. I deliver all these goods to her usually weekly as neither my wife nor Cheryl drive. I don't mind, even if it's 20 minutes out of my way each way. 3 days ago, I had to use the washroom while driving over, so I dropped off about $150 worth of stuff for her. I asked if I could run inside and use the washroom. She hesitated, gave me a concerned look, and said no. It was encroaching on emergency for me, so I asked again, and she still said no, so I just left. Wasn't going to stand to talk about it when I could be on the road to Tim Hortons or whatever to use the washroom. I asked my wife when I got home to talk to her, and Cheryl said she doesn't trust me and didn't want strange men in her home. I thought maybe her house was a mess or something, but I was reassured that it was not that, and it was that Cheryl sees me as dangerous. I sent a message to Cheryl thanking her for being candid with my wife, but because of this, will no longer be helping her, or at least I want no part in it. If you can't trust the person who has given you $5,000 in cash this year and roughly another $5,000 in amenities, it's a one-sided relationship. I just needed to pee. She's more than welcome to come to us, and my wife will help her, but I know this won't happen since I'm the only one who drives her. I won't budge on this because you don't recover from, I think you're a dangerous man, in no way, shape, or form. Was I the asshole? My wife thinks so slightly, but since she's still welcome to help, it'll just take 100% more effort on her part. She thinks it's fair. She's also upset and just doesn't think my solution is a solution.
Okay, well, first of all, so nice for them to be dropping things off.
I know.
And giving her pods. $5,000 so far. I mean,
totally.
This is weird because I'm like, why does she think he's creepy?
I know. Well, I was reading replies. So here's my thing. I was reading replies and a lot of people were saying like maybe she has experienced like past trauma. Mm-hmm. But like I feel as though this man has never really given her a reason to like be scared at someone helping her. He's like a friend, married to the wife. But you know, like in situations where stuff like that happens, it's like sometimes the closest people to you. So I get that. But then it's also like, okay, if you were worried about him coming inside, then just like go outside while he uses your bathroom.
Yeah.
Like stand on your, like out in your yard or like on the porch or something, because it's like he's still helping you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like he's still giving you money to live your life. Like the least you could do is like, it sounds like they're in Canada, so like maybe it's cold, but like rough it outside for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's so weird to me. I don't think he's the asshole.
No, I don't think he is either for wanting to stop, because that would make me feel really weird too.
Oh my God, I know.
And the fact that he's like, she can still get help. She'll just have to come to my wife. I think that's so fair and reasonable.
Oh my God. Yeah. If that were me, I'd be like, fuck off.
I know. I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, I literally have been dropping this off for months.
Yeah.
And like literally helping you survive.
Totally.
And I understand that some people can do that and also be fucked up or creepy or whatever. But it just doesn't feel like it. And the fact that he's so open to still helping her, but just not through him.
Oh my God, he sounds like an actual saint, man.
Yeah, so it's just like kind of bizarre.
Because like, what an insult, you know?
Yeah, I think that's really strange.
It like to like put that on someone who's like literally been giving you everything.
Yeah. And like, if this is an Uber driver or some Postmate or something, totally. Of course say no. But like, you're friends with these people and like, you should, I don't know, I don't want to say this because it could come off wrong, but it's like, that's one of your good friend's husbands. Like,
totally.
I feel like you could kind of trust that. Although like, yes, things can also happen.
But that's why I'm saying, like, just go outside and wait then.
Yeah.
Wait for him to use your restroom.
Yeah, that's weird. Have 911 on speed dial.
He's literally like, totally.
No, I don't understand. Unless that's not the reason and she has something inside she's embarrassed about and like didn't know what to say. Yeah. That could also be a thing.
Yeah, like a BDSM sex dungeon in her living room.
Or she's like a hoarder.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I doubt she's a hoarder.
He said that the wife said that wasn't the case. I guess she could have lied, but if her and her wife are like super close.
Yeah.
Very weird, very interesting. I don't think he's the asshole. I don't think so either.
Did people in the comments think he was an asshole?
It was
50-50.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of I don't know. It was just like a tough one because I initially was like, what the hell? I would understand if like, because it is during the pandemic, like I don't want you at my house. But the fact that she made it so clear being like, no, you're dangerous. Like I think you're dangerous. Like that's just
thanks for insult. All of the things that have helped me that you've dropped off. Like
totally. What? And of course, I think it was like a lot of assuming from people like, why? Like don't shame her for not letting a man that she think is dangerous like into her house. She may have trauma, but like what if she doesn't have trauma and she's just like being rude?
Yeah,
you know. And like I of course understand, but I think there's ways with said trauma to like allow someone who's been giving you all of basically your life, like by stepping outside or like
it's just like a weird situation.
I totally agree,
and we need more information. I want to ask her, why do you think that he's... Because like she obviously has a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Unless it's...
Because that's such like a crazy word. Like dangerous?
Yeah. It's like, that's your friend's husband. Like, you think he's dangerous?
Oh, yeah. Like if... it's so weird too. How the wife isn't like, what do you mean? Like, why would you not press your friend?
Yeah. Like, unless something happened in the past.
I know.
You know, we don't know. So maybe he is dangerous. But according to what I read... I think it's a little bizarre. I'm not going to lie.
I agree.
Like if TJ and I have never hung out alone, I don't think. If TJ dropped off stuff during the pandemic and then I was like, no, you can't come in. I think you're like, what?
I know. It's so weird.
Huh? I don't know.
Well,
although their relationship could be completely different, but
still weird.
Yeah. And I also want to know how long they've been friends.
I know. It's just like so many weird little things.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
I don't know.
I gotta move. Yeah, will you do the little
I started to sweat a little bit here.
Oh, hour 12. Okay, that's good.
Wow.
Well, if you're on our Patreon, you will see this episode in probably like an hour and a half.
Cute.
Which is Monday, and that's 2 days before it goes up on listening platforms. Every Wednesday comes out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere, and then Thursday, video, YouTube channel.
Video on our YouTube.
And we also pre-filmed a
bonus episode
for the Paris and Whitey tiers.
Yeah, that'll be out next week.
And then we'll have another one the next week for the Whitey tier. So if you're on there, look forward to that. We answered a lot of people's advice emails and it was fun. So
make sure to listen.
Yeah. And if you want to be a part of our Patreon, it's really fun. We have a Discord.
Yep.
Chat with
Patreon.com/onlyfriends.
Yes. And we also just put random stuff up there that we think would be good for content.
Totally. I'm like always in the Discord, just like reading other people's stuff.
Me too.
I talk in it all the time.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that something about a breakup and I gave her some advice. Hopefully she'll... Yeah, it was sad.
I think she's talked in the past.
She
did
has.
like an update today.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I know. I feel so bad for her. Her boyfriend seems like a fucking loser.
So if you want to get on and on that tea, join our Discord. We do talk a lot in there. I mean, I feel like you talk probably more than I do, but I'm always reading it. Like I read it a lot. I go through all the categories. We have like vlog talk, our podcast talk. We have Taylor Swift talk. We have Starbucks. We also have TikTok talk.
There's literally so much. It's just like such a fun community, truly. And I know that it probably just sounds like we're like trying to promote it, but it's so nice just watching you guys. Like we have a whole LGBT section, and like obviously neither of us are categorized in that community, but it's so nice like going through stuff that like I'm not necessarily involved in, and seeing how like we've just kind of brought people together to like be friends, and like share interests and those kinds of things, even though it's not necessarily something that like we are like a part of ourselves. Yeah,
it's really fun.
It's just so cute, and I love them all.
I really like Discord. I didn't really know what it was until we started our Patreon. Now it's I mean, I had one for Twitch, but I never really used it.
It's fun.
Yeah. So thanks for sticking around. If you are a part of our Patreon, thank you for being a part of that.
Oh,
speaking of, I know exactly.
Oh my God. Thank God.
We always forget to do
said that.
So we do a shout out for the Whitey tier.
Oh no.
Oh no. Patrons.
It's not on my notes.
Okay. Well, we can do it
because
next week.
It's on my computer and the iCloud didn't come through.
Okay, we'll do it next week.
I can do it.
We always forget. And I'm like, well, maybe it's a monthly thing.
No. Oh my God.
How do you... Oh, yeah, I see.
Cheers. I literally wrote it all down on my computer, but my iCloud is full, so it didn't come to my phone. I guess we can do it next week.
Yeah. I mean, we record again in a couple of days, so...
I'll read 10 names.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe
I'll read the whole list.
Do the ones that you had written down and then 5 more.
Yeah.
So we'll get it taken care of. Sorry we don't do it every week.
Nightmare.
It's for some reason it's something we always...
And like I have them written down too, but then we just get so sidetracked and I completely forget.
I know. We need to like...
Maybe just do it at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I'm actually sweating. Are you hot?
No, but you're wearing a sweatshirt.
Oh, that's true.
I'm like warm, so I would be sweating. Okay, well, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.